You tell me you're scared. You tell me you're weak. But I know you're stronger than what you think. And I know it's hard. Yeah, I know it's rough. But we'll make it through. And I'll back you up. Wherever you're going, I'm going to. I'll follow you through the black and the blue. Whatever the mountain we'll climb to the next. Honey, I'm with you through life and to death.
Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So, you've already seen me cut out the leather, and you might have a good idea of what we're going to be doing in this video. But the idea here is we're going to be making a cover for a 8x5 moleskin. So, these are a pretty common notebook for pretty much everyone that likes to have nicer notebooks, I guess. Another super simple project, a lot like the sheath. There's very little actual leather here. There's very few pieces. So we've got our back piece, which is the thick leather that we made our sheath out of, the Leatherman sheath out of, which is, I believe, 6 ounce leather, 6 or 7 ounce leather. And then I'm going to use the thinner stuff that we made the wallet out of for actually holding the notebook in the cover. And that is, I believe, 4 ounce leather. And so yeah, it's going to be laid out just like this. So the idea here is that one side is held under one thing, the other side is held under the other. Then once I've got all that attached, I'm going to figure out what size of a pencil sleeve I need. So our first step in this project is going to be dyeing the insides of these and a few areas on the inside of our back piece. Just making sure that we've got nice, consistent coloring throughout. So, I've got one side of the notebook cover done. That was hard to get my words right. But as you guys saw in the B-roll, this is super tight fit. It took a lot of fighting to get the moleskin to fit in. And then when I decided that I wanted to try and remove the moleskin, well, that took even more effort and fighting. Alright guys, so change of plans. I scrapped that first the first part of the project that we were working on, and I've now gone through, cut all new pieces, got a whole bunch of new leather. So I'm just gonna skip all the stuff that we kind of already talked about and covered in the video so far. I'll just kind of give you guys a quick update on what's gonna be happening with this one compared to the last one. So it's a very similar design. One of the main differences is our back piece here is a slightly heavier leather. Kept the same thin leather on the inside, I just added a few different things. So on the first design, it was going to be, the idea was that you'd tuck, it would just be a cover for a moleskin. You'd put both covers of the moleskin into sleeves and it would just kind of wrap around it. This one I decided to do a little bit differently because originally this is how I wanted to do it, but then I changed my plan to suit the other one, which actually made things a heck of a lot harder. So in this design, I've got a single piece that will be holding this down. Then on this side, I'm gonna have a big pocket behind here. Then this will be a small pocket here with some pen spots. I planned for 3, but I might do less depending on how it looks. And then under this piece is gonna be like a card holder slot. I totally forgot to put on the button. So, all that means is that I'm going to have to very gently somehow put something in here that'll be able to support the little rivet with that the button attaches to, which I don't think it should be too hard, but we are definitely getting somewhere. I forgot to mention I always planned to do this little angles on the front. I don't know what they'd be called in a technical term. That way it kind of it just seems a little more clean that way. And so and I did a little bit off center so that it looks good. It doesn't look so I don't know, machine made, I guess. It's not everything is just perfect. There's a little, you can tell that the angles are a little bit different, so it adds a little bit more visual interest. And yes, so next thing I gotta do is just all the stitching on the outside. Then once we're done that, we're just gonna dye everything, put on our button, and then we should be pretty much done after that.
I met him on a sunny day in late July, and everything turned upside down. I almost lost track of time as weeks went by. I couldn't get him off my mind. I told him I want that great love, like standing in the middle of a bonfire. You don't know how you got there, but you hold tight, knowing that you can't get burned. Just tell me how we lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. Tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't wanna let you go. 'Cause we wanted different things, and I have to do with it, but it's not easy. So tell me how to let go, 'cause you really seem to know how to carry on your own. Ever since I got a good look in his eyes, I just knew that he was special. He said he wanted to take it slow, but I couldn't help that I wanted to take it to the next level. 'Cause I wanted that great love, like standing in the middle of a bonfire. You don't know how you got there, but you hold tight, knowing that you can't get burned. Just tell me how we lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't. Tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't wanna let you go. 'Cause we wanted different things, and I have to deal with it, but it's not easy. So tell me how to let go, 'cause you really seem to know how to carry Met him on a sunny day in late July, and everything turned upside down. I almost lost track of time as weeks went by. I couldn't get him off my mind. I couldn't get him off my
Alright guys, so that is the completed notebook cover, and I have to say I absolutely love this thing. It turned out really well. So in the video you guys saw me make this one. Now this is the one for my personal moleskin, where I've got all the stuff you saw on the inside with just the notebook, 3 pens, and the little pouch. And then, once I finished this one, for Christmas, I made 2 more. The big difference, and I know it doesn't really come through on the camera, the big difference between the ones I made for my mom and sister for Christmas and the one I made for myself is the weight and quality of leather. It's a much nicer leather, and I'm definitely going to do a little bit of research to figure out what it is and make some projects out of it. I still have quite a bit of it left over, so I'm super excited to see what else I can make. So these are the 2 I made as Christmas presents, and yeah, like I said, they're much nicer. The first one I made, I was still a little bit iffy about whether or not I was ready to start giving away gifts. Well, this kind of thing as a gift. But after finishing these ones, and well, actually it was more so right after starting it, I realized I had a solid plan in the one that I made here. The problem with it was that it was just a little bit too heavy. So this weight of leather for the inside and out. Another thing I actually did really well on these ones that I made after the one you guys saw in this video was that I really took my time to burnish the edges properly and do all kind of the edge finishing super well. Well, I can't say super well because I don't quite know what super well looks like just yet, but I did take the time to burnish them. They all have nicely burnished edges to the point where I didn't feel the need to put edge coat on them. Just because they do look really good. I like how the dark, and I dyed them before I did the burnishing and all that, so they held that really nice chocolate color, so I didn't want to risk putting the edge coat on them and slipping and messing it up. So there will definitely be some B-roll of all three, just so you guys can get a little bit of a better idea of what I'm talking about. But yeah, overall, this project and the other two that I made, this whole idea in general is super successful, and I have to say I absolutely love it. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've got some pretty cool projects coming up for the next couple of videos. One of the other videos, these notebook covers will be making a reappearance, so look forward to that. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one.